Yes. What's up, everybody? It's me on. I am back with Desiree, and we are here to discuss GCW Hartford. E- I I'm blanking on the title name already for no apparent reason.
Come on, dude.
I just hey dude. Yeah, there we go. Or that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's come on,
It's been a
dude.
day. All right. It's been a day. So
I understand.
we're here and we had a lot of fun doing this the last time. So we'll see how on topic we are and how off the rails we go. It all depends, but yeah. So I took the time to basically to crop and put this all together. So um yeah, it's not the best editing job, all things considered, um, but it's good enough for me. So you roll with it. It's not a
Yeah,
lot. There you
looks
go.
good to me.
That's about as best as I'm gonna make this. See if I can move it there. That's okay. Okay. All right. So there's that. A couple of things I want to mention before we get into this. Congratulations to both Alexa Bliss and Ryan Cabrera and Tamelo and Sammy Guevara, both of whom their new child's coming into the world, children. Sorry, grammar. So congratulations to both of them. Also, while you will see the both of us at GCW Hartford on Saturday, you'll also see us tomorrow night, Wrestling Open's 100th episode, a loaded show. Alec defends the IWTV title against Joe Acasio. Miracle Jen defends the tag titles against Swipe Right in a chairs are legal match. Open Door War is back. A whole bunch of other stuff. So obviously check that out. Check out GCW. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. I'm super excited both ways. Also, can't forget Ichiban is defending the title against Brad Hollister. And I hope Ichiban sends that bacon back on the griddle to cook.
Well, there's lots of
The
great wrestling
memes write
happening.
themselves. So
There's
this is the card as of now. There are more matches to be announced between now and Saturday. Nick Gage and Justin Credible have both been announced for this show, but we don't have a match for them yet. And of course,
MK,
every tweet says
MDK.
yes. And of course, every tweet says more. So and more. So there's potential for other people to get announced. Literally watching the match gets announced during this broadcast, I will laugh my
Well,
ass off. That
so
would
a
be
super fun thing.
peak hilarity.
A super fun thing about GC Dub is there's always one or two surprises. I think that might be one of my favorite things about GCW, because as many shows as I have been to, there's always been at least one or two surprises where I have been like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That happened when where was I? Showed in Atlantic City. And Santana Jackson ended up being there.
Yeah.
Which he's on here somewhere over there.
Yeah, he's I try to get
So,
them in order based on when they got announced, give or take.
so that was a fun surprise. Santana Jackson is super fun.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen him or you don't know anything about him, Google is your friend. Go Google him. Also, type into YouTube Santana Jackson. He's so
Santana Jackson
fun.
wrestling, because there's probably more than one.
Yes, that is true.
Um
But he's so much fun to watch.
Oh my
And
god, I just realized I did GWC instead of GCW. Oh my god, hold on, let me fix that real quick. Thank you, Jay Luke. Thank you, Jay Luke, for that. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Okay, I fixed it. I because he made the green white checker joke, which is a racing reference, and I'm like, what? And then yeah, okay. Again, we're already going off the rails.
But so Santana is super fun to watch. And he's wrestling Effie, which we all know. Everybody loves Daddy. If you don't love Daddy, something is wrong with you. I will come for you. I will. Because he's also an amazing talent, and he's so charismatic and so much fun to watch. And he's so entertaining. So I'm super excited to see that. I know it's just it's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be great wrestling, but also so much fun. And I think that is something and I'll give Effie his flowers here. Every Effie match that I have ever had the privilege to see has been entertaining from the start to the end. Sometimes you'll be watching a match and it'll start off really good and then you get bored and then it'll end. Effie matches are not like that. You are drawn in right from the beginning till the very end. They wrestled at WrestleCade. It was a trios match. If you got to watch it, which I don't know if you did because I don't know if you have Fight yet, but if
I
you
haven't
saw it,
subscribed to anything yet. I gotta get through
so
Christmas and stuff first.
if you were a lucky person who got to see it, that match by far was entertaining right from the very beginning until the end. So when you do get your subscription, go back and watch it.
I will
That's
keep
what I
that
will
in
say. I
mind.
don't want to
I
ruin it
will
for you. Go back and watch it.
I will keep that in mind. Yeah, yeah. Effie's pretty polarizing when it comes to independent wrestling. He's one of the best. Don't get me wrong. He is, and he's got the Weekend at Effie's podcast. He has a lot of takes, and a lot of them are pretty based, and whatever factual sort of takes. It's just he's not afraid to speak his mind on what he believes in, and I don't blame him. Um, and it's always good to see that. And this will be, of course, I have not seen either one of these yet. I got to see Effie's tag partner, the other half of Bussy, Allie Catch, at my first independent wrestling show, which was the Blitzkrieg Pro Brattleboro debut earlier this year. So now I will have gotten to see them separately. I will have not. I'm waiting for the day where I get to see them together someday.
So
um,
Bussy is a very fun experience since we're talking about Effie and Allie. Bussy is a very fun experience. I actually thought I was gonna have to wait to see them, and I ended up my first showboat show. I ended up finding out, hey, guess what? You're staying for this one too, and they were on it. And it's an experience. It's not so. It's one of those things like people say you can't explain what it's like to experience the Undertaker's entrance until you actually experience it. That's
mhm.
what experiencing Bussy is like. You can't really explain it, you just have to experience it.
I imagine that's how the kid in the front row felt at Blitzkrieg Pro earlier this month when Sonny Kiss was giving a lap dance to Dirty Dango. I'm not joking. That happened. Well, it kind of happened, and then Dango took a chair to the nuts, like he fell on it, and then it happened. Actually happened after the match. It was fucking hilarious. Oh my god! But yeah, Evie's awesome. Subscribe to his Twitch. By the way, I did. You should too. Anybody out
Yes,
there? Um,
subscribe. Also, watch his podcast. It's super awesome. Super,
yeah.
super awesome.
The last weekend at Evie's clip I've seen is him. It's him. He's calling out Ronda Rousey at first, not by name, and then he says it, and then he does it again, and he's just like, God damn it. But we know. And the hilarious thing is looking in the comments or in the quote tweets, everybody's thinking it's somebody else, like it's Tyrus or somebody like that. And no, oh no, yeah, no, Ronda Rousey also sucks. That too. But yeah, so there's that. And then Santana, I mean, he's. It's like if Michael Jackson was still alive today, I think he'd be appreciative of what
I
Santana's
think he'd
doing.
be so proud. I think he'd be so
Yeah.
proud. I know because I have friends who have seen his show, like they saw his show in Vegas.
Hey, John Will's here.
Absolutely amazing. So I know it's going to be super entertaining, super high energy. The whole crowd is going to be involved. I know it's just going to be a straight banger. So that's what
Yeah,
I'm.
it's essentially gonna be Effie's gay energy versus Santana moonwalking literally everywhere.
Yeah, and you're going to put them together
This is
and
gonna be
make
the
something
experience of a
beautiful.
lifetime. This is gonna be something else.
It's gonna be fantastic. I'm super excited.
Yep.
I hope so as a fan, one of the things like you like to do is predict what's gonna open the show.
Mhm.
I hope my hope is that they start off with that because it's going to set the entire energy. It's going to keep everybody's energy up. And I mean, of course, everyone on this card is super entertaining and super
Yeah.
amazing. But that one is gonna put the high energy up there. Although I will say that Maki and Lufisto is also going to have that same
Unagi.
insane high energy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I wish Maki Ito was here someday. But yeah, since you mentioned it, we might as well head over there. And I'm not even going. Hold on. I have to actually look at the graphic on my screen and not through the StreamYard. Inagi Sayaka versus Lufisto. Now, I'm excited for this one largely because finally I get to see Lufisto. Third time's the charm because I was supposed to see her at America Rana, and then the next day there's gonna be a Blitzkrieg Pro show in Brattleboro, their second one that she was gonna be at. However, around that time, she was calling stuff out with regards to AEW in the locker room, and that turned into a shit fest on social media because wrestling Twitter is fucking toxic as hell and all that. So, and for her own mental health sake, which we understand, protect your mentals. She pulled out of America Rana, which is fair. She wasn't the only one that pulled out of there. Gresham was supposed to be there and he couldn't make it. I think there was I think Masha was supposed to be there and couldn't make it either. But as I said back then, and I'll still say to this day, that whole freaking show, what they managed to do with it and having to rearrange things, they still put on a fantastic fucking show. And from that show led to the challenge for a match at Heavy Lies the Crown on New Year's Eve at Restival with between RSP and Atticus Kogar, which I'm super fucking excited for. But that's neither here nor there. And then
That's a different
yeah, that's a different one. But also, and then the Blitzkrieg show ended up getting moved to another date, and because of logistics shenanigans, and also Visto didn't make it either. So either way, and this I'm excited for. I don't know Unagi whatsoever. This is when I saw the match get announced, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna follow them, but I have no idea who they are. I'm assuming it's somebody from overseas, probably Joshi wrestler or something like that. And I mean, come on. If you've seen anything with any
I
sort of
I believe that I saw her at a DPW show earlier this year. If it's who I'm thinking of. And
Mm,
if it's who I'm thinking of, she's very, very, very talented. Um,
yeah,
but I honestly I can't remember if it's who I'm thinking of. If it
yeah.
isn't, I also have not seen her. But I imagine that she is incredibly talented. I am lucky enough to have seen Lufisto many times. She's one of my favorite uh, women's wrestlers. I'm a women's wrestling mark. We haven't talked about that, but I'm a women's wrestling mark. I absolutely love, love, love women's wrestling, and she is one of my favorite people. I actually was lucky enough to get to see her wrestle in Canada earlier this year, which she is from there. So it was really cool to see her wrestle in her home, not exactly her hometown, but close to her hometown, which was super cool.
Oh, okay, he just cut out. Also, but USF update from Billy. Ha. Yeah, okay. Des just cut out for a second. So while we wait for Desiree to turn, I just want to mention this real quick. So I'm looking at Inagi Sakai's Twitter. Uh, so here's something that I'm happy to see is that Sakaya is competing or has competed. I don't know on the Japanese version of American Ninja Warrior, the original Ninja Warrior, otherwise known as Sasuke, and that is fucking awesome. She's also a current champion. Um, she's also the Kitsune World Champion. So there's that as well.
I'm
Okay,
sorry. I'm so sorry. Technical issues.
that's fine. So as I was saying, I just found this out. So Inagi Sakaya is actually the Kitsune World Champion, and also from the Sasuke Twitter account, which is Japanese for Ninja Warrior, the original Ninja Warrior. I'm an American Ninja Warrior fan, so I'm marking out for a minute here. Um, is that she's gonna be on Sasuke? I think it was like Sasuke 41 or something like that. So yeah, I am I that's a W. Also,
Cool.
Zach says hi.
Hi,
Um,
my child.
but yeah, so it's just real quick. If you don't Ninja Warrior obstacle course competition, it's fun to watch.
It's
It
so
just that's another
sweet.
discussion for another day. But I'm so happy to see that because yeah,
So, um, I Lufisto has amazing energy. I know you've never seen her.
yeah,
So I have.
yes.
She has amazing energy. My son is in our chat. Lufisto likes to yell at him. So we have a funny joke that says you've been Lufistoed because for whatever reason he decided to say something. I don't remember exactly what happened because I wasn't present. And she was like, "Don't you tell me what to do." And so we call that being Lufistoed in our family.
Wrestling
But
fan shenanigans, I love it.
she's phenomenal. She's absolutely phenomenal. And for she's a tenured veteran. She's done a lot of wonderful things on as I was saying, before I got kicked out, I got
Not my
the
fault.
privilege of seeing her in her home. Which, if you get to see a wrestler wrestle in their home, um, it's
Like
just a
home
different thing.
country, hometown, or
So I get to see her wrestle in Canada, not her actual hometown, but very close to where she's from. Um, I have seen other wrestlers wrestle in their hometowns. Uh, we'll talk about one of them specifically.
yes,
Um,
Zach,
it
yes, fucking yes. I Yes, yeah. If you don't, Casey Catanzaro, first woman to complete both the qualifier and regional finals on American Ninja Warrior,
Yes,
is currently in NXT as Katana Chance. And just yes,
yeah.
when she came over, I'm like, oh my god, what like finding that out and everything. I'm like, wait, what? Yes. Oh, okay. So Zach said I yelled for her and Masha to go for a test of strength, and the rest was history.
See, I knew he'd remind me.
Yeah,
Um, so I she always brings insane energy.
yeah.
So it'll be fun. Plus, I haven't gotten to see her quite some time. So about 8 months ago, I saw her 8 months ago.
Mhm.
Uh, so very, very, very excited uh to get. I'm always excited to see Lufisto. Um, there are there are those people who you always get excited to see, no matter how many times you've seen them. We'll
Yep.
bring up another person later on in the
Yeah,
stream. I'll say
there's
that.
like a few of them.
But she's a person for me who, no matter how many times I've gotten to see her, I'm always, always excited to see her. So I can't wait to see what they do. And also, I like
Oh yeah,
learning
yeah, Zach, you're
about
right. You're right.
what do you call it? I like learning about new people as well. So it's going to be really cool for me to get to see a new person who I haven't seen before. All right, let's move to the right of the graphic. We'll do the one in the
Yeah.
corner.
All right, so we're good. So are we going top corner or bottom corner here?
Let's do the bottom.
All righty then. So this, this. Now I saw Charles Mason post this last night on Twitter, and I'm going to see if I can play it through StreamYard. I don't know how this is gonna sound, so you're gonna have to like. Oh shit! Game Changer Wrestling liked my tweet about the stream, so thank you for that.
Oh yay!
They've liked and retweeted a few of my like stuff, usually like quote tweets and things, on their posts. So I'm
Okay.
gonna see if I can play this through the stream. Give me a hot second here.
I know
Yeah, I
what you're
can't talk about
talking
so
about.
haha.
I do know what you're talking about. I actually did not get the opportunity to watch it, so I do know what post you're talking about, but I haven't actually seen it.
Yep. All right, hold on. So we're gonna go to here. We're gonna go to this. Okay, hold up. Put it to that. Okay, let me see.
Dear Richard Holiday,
Okay, so it sounds good.
my name is Katie. I'm in the 5th grade and I just found out that I have cancer. My parents can't afford the medicine, but I won't give up. You show me that I'm not alone, and if you can fight, I can too. Stay strong. Your friend, Katie. See, you may have beaten cancer, Richard, but cancer certainly left its mark on you, hasn't it? It's made you weak. It's made you soft. It's made you feel like people like Katie deserve a second chance at life. You seem to forget that the thing that rarefied the air that you speak of was the fact that people like you and I were the ones breathing it. But when you attacked me in Atlanta, I could feel a different monster growing inside you. A familiar one. One with no remorse, no guilt. That is the true Richard Holiday. Embrace it. Embrace who you are. And bring that monster to Brooklyn. Because if you don't, I'm going to do to you what cancer couldn't.
Yeah, so he's a sadistic motherfucker.
So, I'm going to start with this. Charles Mason
There we go.
is one of the best indie heels that I have ever encountered.
Mm.
And I say this because he is so good at what he does. It's one of those things where you hate that you love him because you're supposed to hate him. I've seen him do so many things. I saw him in a cage match with Alley Catch. I've seen him attack multiple people. I've seen him in multi-man matches with Mason's Mercenaries. He is so good at what he does, and he really stays true to his character. So, Charles Mason, I don't like you, but I do respect you.
I've seen pictures of him where the angle makes him look like Karrion Kross, and I'm a Karrion Kross fan. Okay, so you best believe you might hear me calling him a knockoff Karrion Kross when we see him on Saturday. But
Oh,
that being said, best heel on the Indies. I mean, just from the little I've seen, I can understand your point on Mason. From what I've seen, I mean, Darius Carter, come on, I got to see
not
the
experienced
catalyst.
Darius Carter. See, this is why I said that I've experienced, because I hear a lot of good things about Darius Carter. I haven't experienced him.
Seeing him at Catalyst earlier this year, which is, by the way, they're starting to post it on their socials. It's actually been the last show that they've done so far because of something going on with them and the New York Sports Commission. It's a whole fucking mess. But anyway, seeing him, he faced he was in the main event against Homicide, fucking legend.
Okay.
And the match was awesome for starters. Carter won, and then him and his buddies attacked Homicide, and then there was another uh uh fuck I Julius Smokes, I believe his name is. He's one crazy motherfucker. Just the amount of shit he was saying was hilarious. But he came in to try to protect Homicide. It was wild the way that show ended. But yeah, so I mean, and honestly, I'm pretty sure Mason and Carter have probably had their run-ins before. So,
They
so
probably have. I mean,
yeah,
obviously, Mason and Holiday are not actually wrestling on Saturday. It's Holiday
yeah,
and Mason's partner, tag partner, Paro, who I will never forget the very first time I ever saw this man. I literally looked at him and went, big scary man, big scary man.
yeah.
Which
So
is what
Zach
you're
just
supposed to think. Which
yeah.
is what you're
So
supposed to think. I have no doubt in my mind, that there is going to be some debauchery and tomfoolery going
shenanigans.
on. Um, although, and I don't know if you know this, however, the gentleman in Holiday's corner is one Mr. Alexander Hammerstone, who they previously were tag partners in MLW, also alongside the current AEW World Champion MJF, and they were the Dynasty.
Yeah, you told me that last night. Sent me a voice
I
message and everything.
I've seen Holiday and Hammerstone work together a lot. They are a very dynamic team. And I know that, hey, you never know. The troublemaker could show up, Zach. We don't know. But I have no doubt that because they are former tag partners, they tagged together for a very long time. I have no doubt that they are going to know what's going on, and they're really going to play off of each other, even though it is a singles match.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that
Yeah, no, there's gonna be
Mason is going to be
shenanigans here.
involved, and Hammerstone is going to be involved, and it is going to be a slugfest. It's going to be what's that word that Jim Ross uses? A slobber knocker. It's going to be a
There you
slobber
go.
knocker.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And I
That's
would not expect anything less.
I don't. And it's
Yeah.
also I know you won't be there in Brooklyn on Sunday. I will. I also feel like it's going to really segue into the tag match for Sunday.
Oh, yeah, because Sunday is Holiday and Hammerstone against Mason and Perro.
Yes.
I want to whip the next guy who said shenanigans.
Oh, really? Really? What you're going to do to me for saying shenanigans? Get out of here with your nonsense.
Zach, if you try and do that to me,
So
Anyway. Yeah.
Well,
So I will say this much. The fact that I've gotten to see Holiday multiple times this year. I think on the list of wrestlers I've seen the most times this year, it's between him, Ichiban, Miracle Jen. Yeah, that's probably. I mean, if we're not counting the amount of times I ran into Kirby Whackman at my Walmart, otherwise he'd be number one. You know,
only count who you've seen in the ring, not outside.
I know. Oh, he says it's a movie quote. Tough crowd. But yeah, no, Holiday, I mean, from my first Fight Life show, their Connecticut debut, when he surprised everybody, and that happened right after he had came back from cancer, which again, fuck cancer. I have one of my classmates who he's close to having beaten his cancer. Last I knew, he has one more treatment to go, and then they're just gonna monitor it for the next 10 years.
Awesome.
My buddy Calvin, I've tweeted about it a couple of times. One of my dad's buddies had to have a liver taken out, or either a liver or a kidney taken out because of cancer. Very recently, actually. So cancer fucking sucks. So fuck off, cancer.
I actually was very shocked. So I used to see Richard a lot. He's a former Firebrand champion of a promotion in my home that is no longer running. But I used to get to see him a whole lot. And there are some people who you love getting to see evolve in their growth, and then there are just people that you love seeing. Holiday is both of those people. You love to see him, and you love to see how much he's grown, especially coming back and beating cancer. And he's just an all-around great person. I will say that I am privileged to have seen him in the era of the consumers, all the way up to the rarefied air era, as I like to call it. So I've been seeing Holiday quite a lot, and I've seen him through his career. So I am very, very happy that he beat this and that he's back, and he's got so much momentum right now. I really feel like sky's the limit for him.
Yeah. So we had a match announced during this broadcast, but not for Hartford. It's for LA. Santana Jackson, speaking of, versus George South. So I'll throw that in there real quick.
So I'm excited for Holiday versus Perro. I'm also excited for the tag match. I love tag team wrestling, so I'm always excited for a good match. which since I brought up tag team wrestling, and Holiday is majorly connected to the Miracle Generation, if you didn't know.
Also, Connecticut kid.
Yeah.
Well, I can't call Holiday a kid, but you know what I mean.
Connecticut man. Yep, homegrown Connecticut man. So I will say this. I had the privilege of seeing Flash debut at GCW last year, and I have had the privilege to see him come and do some things. Miracle Gen debuted at JCW in October, and I have been waiting. Me specifically, I have been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to get to see the Miracle Gen in a GCW ring. I'm so excited and I'm so happy and I'm so proud of them. They're another team that I discovered through a promotion in my home that no longer runs. Flash brought it up at Rich's anniversary celebration. And to get to see the growth that the two of them have gone through and to get to see all of the amazing things that they have done, I'm so proud of them. And they're about to get into the ring with two badass women who I also love, who I credit Rena, Masha, and Casey Kirk. The three ladies are the reason why I like deathmatch wrestling now. They're about to get in the ring with two of the baddest ladies that I've ever seen. And I know they're about to tear the house down. Kylon had a single match earlier this year with Rena, which was dope.
Until Mortar interfered in it because it was supposed to be Kylon versus Mortar. At Fight Life, Mortar couldn't compete because he was hurt. So Kylon got Rena, which was a massive fucking surprise. And I remember when when Fight Life tweeted out that Rena was going to be there, I texted you about it, and you're like, "Where did you see that?" And I'm like, "They tweeted it."
I had to go and find it because I was like, "Holy fuck!" Rena is one of my favorite people to watch. She's such a versatile person, and I love her in the ring so much. Masha's the same thing. I'll be the first person to tell you, Masha is one of those people who, no matter how many times I get to see her wrestle, I'm always excited to see her. She never does the same thing twice. She's so versatile, and she's so good at what she does.
Absolutely.
And them as a tag team is going to be something really, really special. They had a fire match at Corkin Hall. I know I said that wrong. Sorry, guys.
No, that sounds about right, I think, to be honest.
And I know, like, if I have to, no disrespect to Blake Christian as the champion, no disrespect to anybody else, but if I were to pick a match that was going to be the show-stealing match, I would absolutely, without a doubt, give it to this tag match.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Miracle Gen is just absolutely insane. Again, I got to watch them take back the Blitzkrieg Pro tag team titles at Blitzkrieg Pro earlier this month, which against 35 million Magic, that was insane. That match lived up to the hype, especially with the way that the previous Blitzkrieg show had ended with the brawl, Kylon yeeting water at George. So fucking hilarious, and I loved it. And I love the match. Dustin wins on his birthday, deservedly so. You know, Kylon's got a little bit of knowledge on Rena, just a little bit. But you know, this is gonna be nuts. And
they're such a dynamic tag team. I mean, I am blessed that I get to see them almost every week at Open. They're so clean and so cohesive that it's literally like, not to be cliche, but it's literally like watching a movie. Flash does my second favorite cutter of all time. Like, the cutter is my favorite move ever. Show me a cutter and I will love you forever. Flash does my second favorite cutter of all time. We'll talk about the first one in a little bit. And Kylon does this super gorgeous bridge that, like, you seriously wonder how he stays up on his toes the way that he does.
Probably makes Tiffany squeal when he does it.
Yes. Tiffany and I refer to it as a 10-point bridge deluxe. That's what we refer to it as. But they're
Sounds like a
just
meal order.
well, yeah, but they're just so cohesive, and they're so like they're one of those teams that you want to keep watching. Like sometimes, at least for me as a fan, like I'll get really, really invested in a team, but then they'll get predictable. Miracle Gen is not like that. They do have signature things that they do, but they are not predictable in any way, which I think is what makes them such a dynamic team and so much
Like,
fun to watch.
not to interrupt. I just want to throw this up on the screen real quick because about an hour ago. So this gets announced for next week at Uncharted Territory, and I
Yeah.
know we're segueing. We'll get back to the GCW in a second, but it's convenient because Jimmy Lloyd is on the GCW card, so we'll probably
Yeah.
talk about his match next.
Yeah.
But
We
but
can
I
talk
said,
about the
but
Scramble
yeah.
God.
So 2 weeks ago, Zeta shows up in a scramble and she won. Jimmy challenges her to another one this week. It ends in a duel. It ends in a draw, apparently.
Yep.
So then this happens, and I said I'd laugh if Sammy Diaz, who I am sponsoring for Blitzkrieg Pro at Restival, when he faces Kevin Blackwood, let's fucking go top 5 dead or alive. But anyway, I would laugh if Sammy Diaz possibly cost Jimmy the match. Context: Sammy won a scramble match at the final Fight Life of 2023. Called himself the King of the Scramble. Jimmy came out, confronted him, impromptu match, beat him. Fight Life proceeds to quote tweet me and say, "Wait until you see what happened backstage after the show. Posting soon."
Well, so
Oh,
I'm gonna play devil's advocate, because I see Jimmy Lloyd, the Scramble God, all the time, and truth be told, he is the Scramble God. Like, it's not just a moniker. I have seen this man. If I haven't seen this man in 10 scrambles this year, I haven't seen him in one. And I know that he's wrestled in more than 10 because when GCW is in Chicago and LA and all these other places, I watch them. I like to support my people, even if I can't be there physically. So this man truly is the Scramble God. Like, I believe that. I stand by that. I got you, Jimmy Lloyd. You're the Scramble God. Hats off to you, sir.
I will reiterate: top 5, dead or a fucking live.
Alan, we're not going to
Sammy
fight about
Diaz.
this. We're not going to fight
Hey.
about this.
Oh,
Sir,
I know.
we're not going to fight about this. Anyway, moving
Anyway,
back.
yeah.
Mance Warner, one of my all-time favorite humans. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yep.
He is by far one of my all-time favorite humans. And when I first saw him, I did not know who he was. And it was one of my very first GCW shows. And I'm saying hello to everybody. And he just comes up and he's like, "Well, hi, darling. How are you?" And I'm like, I have no idea who this man is. Later on, I see him wrestle. And I'm just like, oh, I love him. He's fucking amazing. Mance has an incredibly unique wrestling style. Southern Psychopath, one half of Second Gear Crew. Actually, I think it's 1/3 of Second Gear Crew. I could be wrong. Please don't come for me. I'm not 100% sure. Somebody please Google and correct me. Excuse me. But he has one of the most unique styles that I've ever seen for a wrestler. And Jimmy also is incredibly unique. They're gonna put on a clinic. It's gonna be a good old-fashioned grapple fest. If you have never seen Mance Warner, which I don't know if you have, but if you haven't, check out some of his stuff. He's absolutely fantastic. Something that I would recommend to get a real feel for Mance, Revolver Tag Title match with the Second Gear Crew. Absolutely, quite one of those things where you wanted to look away because there was so much carnage, but you couldn't look away because you wanted to know what was going to happen next.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I love watching Monster Jam, which is full of carnage. So yes, that seems up my alley. Now for Jimmy, here's the thing. Saturday night could be Jimmy's last match as a free man because on Sunday at Brooklyn, where Desiree's going to be, he faces Matt Cardona. Stipulation being, if Matt loses, him and Steph are out of GCW completely. If Jimmy loses, he has to become Matt's little broski. I think we know where this is going.
In Jimmy
Jimmy,
we
you're about to
trust.
become a broski. You're fucked.
In Jimmy
I,
we trust.
I mean, yes, but I mean, unless like Jimmy has to get somebody to neutralize Steph. It's like when you're facing the bloodline in WWE, you have to
Oh,
neutralize everybody if you're gonna beat Roman. This is the same sort of situation, just with
Jimmy
less
has
people.
friends in high places. That's all I'm gonna say.
Does he have them in low places too?
Well, I don't
That's a
know, but
song reference. That's a
I know.
song reference.
But Jimmy has friends. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. So it's gonna be interesting to watch, that's for sure. I will laugh if Matt or Steph pop up. I don't know if they will. It depends on where they're at Saturday, but I will laugh if one of them pops up and they cost Jimmy this match as a message just to say, "You're fucked tomorrow, buddy." But at the
I
same time, who
possible.
knows?
I will never say never. Anything is possible.
You know,
Um,
the other part of that that's also ironic is that Mance is actually with Steph, like in an IRL relationship. And Mance had faced Matt at MLW recently. Well, it was probably taped a while ago, but it came up recently. And
I might have been there actually.
it was
No,
loser
I was
leaves.
there. I
Yeah,
was
loser
there.
leaves MLW, and Mance lost because of Steph.
Yeah, I was. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, that's not the one that I was thinking of. There was a
Yeah.
shoe involved in the one that I was at.
Who throws a shoe?
Uh,
That's a
that
reference and
that's a
to something.
whole. My son is gonna comment something, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother stream. We're not gonna get into that.
Eh,
And it wasn't who
fair
threw a
enough.
shoe.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that brings us to the match in the middle.
Yep. This one.
Um,
Jordan Oliver, Tony Deppen. Now, actually, when the Warner Lloyd match was announced a few nights ago, before that, it was originally announced that Deppen was going to face Gringo Loco, and I texted you about it. And then later, when this match gets announced, I checked their Twitter. They had deleted that graphic, so I don't know if Gringo's going to be there or not. I don't know what
I
the
don't.
situation is there.
I mean, it's very possible he could be there. I don't know. Again, anything is possible. Anybody can show up anywhere. But so, all right. Which side do I want to start on? Okay. So I love Tony Deppen. I love Tony Deppen. He is an amazingly talented wrestler. Amazingly talented. And I do happen to know that previously, and I haven't actually gotten the opportunity to fact check this. Shame on me because I usually do that. They were in an Iron Man match, the two of them. Which I mean, I'm not surprised. If you know anything about Jordan, he doesn't usually wrestle less than 30 minutes. And well, depending on who his opponent is. I usually say that I have not seen a Jordan Oliver match within the past 2 years that has been less than 20 minutes. And that's not a bad thing because let's be honest, I'm the Jordan Oliver girl. I've been watching Jordan wrestle since he was 17 years old. I've seen him grow and evolve into the amazingly talented competitor that he is. I have nothing but love for Jordan. I know this match is I know it's going to be high energy. I know there's going to be high flying. I know there's going to be a lot of technicality in it. And Tony Deppen is a veteran. He's been in this game for a long time. He's been all around the world. and he is another very, very, very talented person. Also one of my favorite humans. I normally say, when speaking of Jordan, that whoever he's wrestling, there's a clout cutter loaded with your name on it. Because Jordan is the reason why the cutter is my absolute favorite move of all time. Ain't no cutter quite like a clout cutter. You can at me about it later. But I know that they also know each other very, very well, especially having wrestled. Wow, I can speak, I swear. Having wrestled an Iron Man match. If you know anything about an Iron Man match, it's usually an hour, sometimes longer. It requires a lot of stamina, and a lot of pacing yourself. Last year, I actually sponsored someone in their Iron Man match, which towards the end, I was like, I don't know how these two athletes are still going.
Well, you said it right there. They're athletes. That's why.
True. Very true. Very, very true. And I also know that these two gentlemen know each other very, very well. Jordan is, having the role of a lifetime right now. He's got so much momentum. He's gearing up for a European tour.
Yeah.
So I know that he's, putting in the work and doing everything that he needs to do. I know that Tony is also, putting in a lot of work. So it could be either way. No matter what, I know it's going to be a 5-star match. I know it's going to be really exciting. I know at one point in time, I'm probably going to go, oh my God, what's happening? Because that tends to be what happens, specifically to me. But yeah. I know that they're gonna put it all out. They're gonna leave it on the canvas, and then I don't know what's happening the next day for the two of them in Brooklyn, but who knows? I'll be there. I'll find out.
Yeah. I can look real quick and see if the GC has announced anything for them. Give me a hot second. But yeah, so again, like I said, and again, as we said, this is not the full card. There's gonna be more stuff announced.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're gonna have a surprise or two.
Yeah.
Also, a GCW staple is a scramble, so I do expect there to be a scramble match.
Yeah, probably. So actually, Deppen has already been announced to face Rena Sunday for Brooklyn. Yeah. So the most recent match announcement for Brooklyn is Violence is Forever versus Main Event.
Yes.
That'd be the Jay Lyon and Ringleader Midas. They have Mike Bailey versus Maki Ito, Blake versus Guido, Holiday Hammerstone, Mason Perro, Stark Sayaka, Masha Tracy, and then Cardona Lloyd. So that's what they've announced for that so far.
That'll be it'll also be good. Like I said, I love GCW surprises. I really do. And like I said, I expect there to be a scramble. I'm sure there is. It's a GCW staple. And I love a good scramble match. I truly do. Which I guess that brings us now to
what we would think might be the main event. I don't know, because
I would say yes, but one thing that I have seen recently, that I will be very honest, I do like this. The title match has opened up the show, which I don't dislike that, because sometimes I think that it's a good idea to have a title match open the show. This one specifically, with all the hype that's been around it, I don't think it's going to open the show. Will I be mad if it does? No, I won't. But I don't think it's going to open the show. Having said that, hi Blake Christian. Just want to let you know, hold on to that title really, really tight, because on Saturday, it's leaving Hartford on the waist of my best friend. You can at me.
Yeah. All right. So, give me a hot second. So, I might just cut a promo here real quick. Why not? So Blake Christian, Blake, my guy. I've never met you before. I'm gonna get to meet you for the first time. Let me inform you. Now, actually, somebody put there's a match graphic I've seen, or not match graphic, but a match like pro thing I've seen. They
Motion
faced each
graphic?
other before some motion. Yeah, well, kind of. It has a little bit of highlights of the last time they faced each other, where Blake won. Involves shenanigans, of course, as always.
That's
Blake,
Blake.
here's the thing, Blake. You're in Connecticut. You're in New England. You are in the area of the country in which Alec comes from. You will have Desiree. You will have me. You will have plenty more Northeast Beast fans representing him on Saturday. And if I have any amount of a voice left after Wrestling Open on Thursday, that voice is going to be gone by the end of Saturday. I promise you. Because I will be screaming at the top of my lungs during this match. No matter where I'm standing, because I'm standing room only, general admission, because GCW tickets are kind of expensive. But look, Blake, you've had a solid run. I would say you. Oh, hey, Veronica's in chat. I would say you kind of,
Hi,
from what I have seen, you kind of stole the title from Masha. When Masha was champion. And so, you gotta, pay your dues on that one. But look, man, Alex, the IWTV champion, he is champion, and I'm pretty sure a couple of other promotions as well. He is the Northeast Beast for a fucking reason. And your ass is about to be mowed like grass, and your head is going to have the size of Alex's foot dented in the back of it when he hits you with his fucking finisher, hopefully more than once, to make sure your ass is down and out and not the fuck to sleep. Because then Alec is going to pin you, he is going to take your title, and he is going to hold on to that title for a long ass time because he is the Northeast Beast for a fucking reason. So, like she said, hold that title close, shine it up real nice, because on Saturday night, in what we would hope to be the main event of GCW, the Northeast Beast, Alec Price, is taking your ass out back, put you to sleep, and he is going to take your title. And there ain't a goddamn thing you gonna do about it, bitch. Fuck me.
Well, I think I'll just see myself out now. But okay. I actually was there when Blake stole that title from Masha. We were not happy, Blake.
Yeah.
You upset the masses. We were not happy. However, I will give the man the flowers that he deserves. He is a very talented competitor. Blake, I don't like you, but I respect you. He is a very talented in-ring competitor. He is very good at what he does. He is a fantastic heel. He has been a very good world champion. He's had multiple defenses. I would like to say that they were all clean wins, but that was a lie. That would be a lie, and lying is bad. But I will say this. Yes, they have wrestled before, but the Alec Price that is getting in the ring with Blake on Saturday is not the same Alec Price that he wrestled earlier in the year. He is not the same Alec Price that he saw even 6 months ago. He is a much more uncontrollable Alec Price. And Alec Price that when you get in the ring with him, you're not going to be able to stop. I get the honor and the privilege of getting to see Alec wrestle a lot of big names. And this is a big match. This is a big title match. It's got a big title match feel. And I expect that both Blake and Alec will be bringing their A game. But I think that one thing that Blake does with most of his opponents is he underestimates them. And one thing that you should know is you should never underestimate number 98. And you should never underestimate a man who has an entire city behind him. I expect it to be hard hitting. I expect it to be chaotic. I expect it to be energetic. I expect all of the things that I have grown to love in an Alec Price match. And I also expect that there will be some fuckery because it is not just an Alec Price match, it is a Blake Christian match as well. And if you know anything about Blake Christian matches, there's always some level of fuckery. So
I know what to expect.
Having said that, I expect it to be another 5-star match. I expect the show to be high energy from top to bottom. Like I said, I expect that from any GCW show because of the amount of GCW shows that I have been to. And like I said, everyone is fantastic. And I know that there will be surprises. If there aren't any more announcements, I know there'll definitely be surprises, which who doesn't love a good surprise? I love a good surprise. I don't know about anybody else. But I also think that there will be some things that set up for what's going to happen in Brooklyn as well, which I'm also a sucker for a good storyline. So I like when things carry over. As a fan, that makes me really excited.
Yep.
So I love that.
Continuity is key.
Yes. And I one of my favorite things with GCW is they do try to keep the stories going, which is something that I do truly, truly love. And I mean, there's so much GCW wrestling happening within the next few weeks. They have Hartford on Saturday and then Brooklyn on Sunday. They have LA on December the 9th, Mexico on December the 10th. I believe there's another show on the 18th. I can't remember where it is. We'll be back in New Jersey on December the 21st. So they have a lot of great wrestling that's going to be happening, that's going to be going on. And I mean, I can never say enough good things about GCW. I mean, because of GCW, I got to go out of the country twice this year. Because of GCW, next year I get to go on some really cool trips. I get to go back to the J Cup in February, which that'll be another stream that we talk about. That'll be something where that'll be a fun one because the brackets will come out and everything, and we can do predictions with that.
I was gonna say Jacob is JCW, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Right, yeah. So that'll be something you get to see. I will obviously not be there because I don't live in Jersey and I'm not driving down there. I got wait. I wish, but
that was a fun one from last year. That
I bet, yeah.
But I mean, to get to experience GCW at the level that I've gotten to experience it is super amazing, and I appreciate everyone, Brett, the whole crew, Chad, Jumbo, Perch, Adam, Scarlett. Everyone is just absolutely fantastic. I can never say enough good things about them. And it really is like such a blessing to be a fan, because I am a fan first. Well, I won't say it that way. I am a wrestling sibling first and a fan second. I know sometimes for me the line blurs a little bit.
Well, there's
Um,
also you being a
but
mom in there, you know.
well, yeah, that true. But I mean, my son's a big boy. He don't need me to save him. He can save. Um, but it's one of those things where I've like gotten to love GCW in a way that I never expected. And I'm truly grateful. I love that I get to go and support my friends, um and see a lot of friends that I have made. Like I made one of my very best friends in the whole world. I met her in Atlantic City I actually met her at JCW first. And she's one of my best friends in the whole entire world. And that's because of GCW. One of my other really good friends met him through GCW. So one of my big brothers, shout out PWJ Cards for all your collecting needs. Go check them out on Instagram at PWJ Cards. They do phenomenal work. They're actually
Dream
doing
is
a sale
not
right
sponsored,
now.
we promise.
No, they're not sponsored. They're just
Nah, no,
the
I ain't
owner's my big
sponsored
brother.
yet. Maybe
So,
someday. Maybe
um,
someday. I mean, I'm
but
sponsoring Sammy, but
met him because of GCW. Like there are a lot of fantastic people that I have met because of GCW, that I've met from going to GCW. So I love, on a weekend when there's, 2 or 3 or sometimes 4 shows, and I'm like, oh, why am I doing this? And literally we'll drive home, and I'll be driving, and we'll just be like, why are we doing this? And then we take a second and we're like, because we love it. And that's the truth. That's the truth. When you love something as much as we love wrestling,
yep.
it's one of those things that you're gonna do it. And I say this all the time with one of my best friends. I'm like, we're gonna do this till the wheels fall off. We're gonna take over the world and cause a scene, and that's how it's gonna be.
Yep. So with all of that being said, again, we know Nick Gage is going to be there. We know Justin Credible is going to be there. We don't have matches announced for them yet. I would imagine what I would not be surprised if GCW announces another Hartford match literally later tonight or
They
tomorrow or
might.
something.
They certainly might.
So
I am a fan. I like the way they do their announcements, where they don't announce everything. I think it's a really great way
yeah,
to, okay, you know some of the things that you're going to see, but you don't know everything, and
yeah.
I like that. I think that's a great way to do a show.
What also helps for GCW that they're announcing so much, so everything's like you'll have multiple
Yeah,
announcements a day for all these different shows.
yeah,
It's kind of hilarious because it feels like they've announced more stuff for Brooklyn before they announced stuff for Hartford. Like
yeah. They
yeah, like
have,
you had multiple Brooklyn announcements, and now we're starting to get more of the Hartford announcements.
and
Back
like
to
they
back to
have
back to back.
it's like they have shows that are running like consecutively. So they
Yeah.
have, like I said, Hartford, then Brooklyn, then LA, then Mexico, and I know it's the 17th or the 18th. I can't remember what date it is. I have it in my date book. But then they have that, and then they have another show on the 21st. So they run consecutively. So it's not uncommon to see like 3 match announcements for one show, and then like you gotta wait like 2 days for match announcements for another one. Just because it's so much, and I know it is a lot of work to put a show together.
Yeah.
And that is one thing that I will always commend Brett and the GCW crew for. It's so much work to put the shows together. And we appreciate it so much. So if y'all see this, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And for all my friends and all my fam, thank you so much for putting these out there and creating this for us. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm expecting nothing but just absolute calamity and chaos. And for my first GCW show, I mean, look, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm excited. And and I'm also excited for what we're getting Thursday. So yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of wrestling open coverage here towards the end now that we've gotten all the GCW stuff out of the way, because I figure why not? Because Wrestling Open 100 is Thursday night, the 100th Wrestling Open. I've been to 2 of them. This will be my 3rd, and this this is gonna be insane because it's loaded. It is absolutely fucking loaded because you have Ichiban versus the Bacon Man, Brad Hollister, for the Wrestling Open title. You have Alec Price versus the Landmine, Joe Acasio, for the IWTV Championship. You have Miracle Generation versus Swipe Right, these motherfuckers, for the IWTV Tag Team titles in a Chairs Are Legal match. By the way, here's younger TJ Crawford for you. But then it doesn't stop there because you have for the Eliminator Cup Tag Team titles, Brick City against the Love Doctors. The Love Doctors beating Griffin McCoy and Ellis Taylor. I'm gonna say it. The
You
now
have
ex
to say
YD&B
it. They're
members.
still young, dumb, and broke.
I mean, yeah, but they turned on Jordan and Charlie. I'm sorry.
This is
Until
not
that's
okay.
resolved,
All
they
right.
have been excommunicated. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
All right. Okay. This is the one and only time that we are going to address this. The one and only time. Okay? Listen. Brothers fight. It happens. I fight with my brother all the time. At the end of the day, they still love each other. Okay, Griffin is a little questionable, but that's okay because Griff hits his head a lot. But listen, they're still young, dumb, and broke. And I did that the wrong way, but that's okay. Don't come for me, please, Jordan. I know I did it the wrong way. Not the point. Okay?
I get it. But kayfabe, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Well, sir, again, you picked the wrong person to have that argument with.
Like, look, I that's one of the things that I enjoy with Twitter. As much as Twitter's a cesspool, I enjoy stirring the shit and talking shit because I will because if the wrestler fires back, I will gladly take it. As I've said that. Like for example, Angelo Carter, one half of 39 Million Magic. He's literally told me to my face that he enjoys shit talking with me whenever we do that. Whenever that happens on Twitter, because we've done that. I shit talked with him.
Thank you, Veronica.
Going into the luau because I wanted mutually assured destruction to win, and then they lost, and he got me back afterward. Hey, it happens. But yeah, so we have this. But wait, by the way, I love how Wrestling Open does these different promo pictures based on other stuff. Because here you have UFC 100. Oh, and then in the background, you have all these different promo shots or all these different posters from previous Wrestling Open shows, which is fucking incredible.
So,
but wait, there is more. Stetson Ranch, these motherfuckers, against Victorious BRG, who has brought in the Shook crew. And as I said when this came out, hey, Stetson Ranch, prepare to get victoriously shook.
Okay, that's a good one. I'll give you that. I'll salute you for that.
Promo pictures made by Bam Sullivan,
yes,
also a wrestler. Follow him.
Bam is absolutely fantastic. So I will say just one little thing about Ranchy McRanch Pants over there. The only cowboy we acknowledge is the one called Manders. So
yeah, okay. I have to hold on. I have to show something on this stream. I need to.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, but don't say anything. Don't say anything. I will embrace my L. Hold on. Fuck me. I have to search it real quick.
Alan, honey, that was like an epic L. That wasn't even like a mini
fucking
L. That was
shit.
a big giant L.
Leave me alone. Hold on. Let me find it.
I mean,
Jesus Christ.
well, while Alan is looking for what he is looking for,
It shouldn't take me
um,
much longer to find it. I promise. I
it's
just have
okay.
to do a
Don't
bit of
worry. I'm just
scrolling.
gonna talk about the trios match. First off, BRG is another person who I have had the privilege to see grow and evolve and come into the amazing competitor that he is. I'm glad that he is not a heel anymore.
Oh
Because
yeah, that too.
for me, I usually like the heels. I'm usually the person who cheers for the heels, and then they yell at me because they're like, fuck off. But in the case of BRG, I did boo him quite frequently because he was a heel for a while. But I enjoyed his wrestling. So I'm glad that I can now actually cheer for him because I do
Yeah.
enjoy his wrestling.
Yep.
And who doesn't love Mom and Dad? Hello, hi.
Yeah.
They're always awesome and fun to watch. So that's
Yeah.
really awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun seeing him turn face when, well, ironically, when Alec faced Stetson for hopefully the last time for his title. When that's a rivalry that we may or may not talk about in a future stream someday. But yes, allow me to embrace my L. Brett Lauderdale. Eagles haven't played well in months, but keep winning and winning against good teams. 10-1 while playing like shit. Wait till they get together. Manders quote tweets and says, "Go Cowboys." I texted you this, and actually, no, I no, hold on. I say it. No, yeah, no, I did text you.
Yeah, you did text.
When I scrolled up on this tweet, and I swear to God, I read Stetson's name. I swear to God, I did. I'm not making that up. I did, and I said, though, thought you were a Steelers fan, so you a fake Cowboy and a fake Steelers fan, eh? And his response, I am not stupid, stupid. That's try. And of course, I had to pull out the R truth. Yep. I actually we'll get out of there real quick. I embraced my L.
Yeah,
I took a fucking L on that
you
one.
you took an epic L, darling. An
Hilarious.
epic.
Now when I saw Manders for the first time at Beyond the outdoor show, I asked him if he was going to be at Hartford, and I think he said yes. So that could be one of the surprises we're getting. I don't know. We'll see.
It could be.
Um.
I'm excited
So
about
yeah.
Open War. Open Door War was a lot of fun last year at Wrestling Open.
Thank you,
It's
Veronica. Thank you.
very, very unpredictable, but unpredictable in the best way. So I know that's going to be so much
Yep.
fun.
Yep. This right here. I feel like Tyree and Rude are just going to cancel each other out. And then I think Bufa's biggest target is TJ. And then he just got Gabriel and Marcus as extra meat
Well,
to feast on.
I think this. I think that yes, RJ and Tyree have their own feud going on right now. But in this, it's every man for themselves, and I know that Open Door War is for a future title shot. So all of these competitors are all well and deserving. I mean, Monday Night Mathers over there. What he got now? 3 titles, I think. I'm not sure. I have to fact check that.
Yep. And then he might end up retiring Warhorse on New Year's. Oh Lord.
So I know that he's so Marcus is and I've been saying this since the beginning of the year, and he knows this. I say to him every time I see him, he is my IWTV 2023 Breakout Star of the Year. If he doesn't win that award this year, which that'll be something we do another stream on, we'll talk about that. I will be super, super shocked.
Veronica is confirmed. He has 3 belts.
Thank you, Veronica. So there's that. Masha Kennedy, unpredictable. I
have a friend who's a big Kennedy fan who I hope is going to be there tomorrow.
I do. My little sister is a huge Kennedy Copeland fan. But she's also a huge Paris Van Dale fan.
Oh God. Yeah. And then since your son mentioned it earlier, Shannon's now tagging with Paris.
Well,
Oh
we don't
Lord.
know if she's tagging yet. I
Well,
say
not
this.
tagging. I meant to say working with her because
So
for what it seems like.
we say this: the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So we don't really
Well,
know what's
Shannon's known
going
as the
on.
troublemaker, and Paris is making trouble. So
Yeah. Well, we don't really know what's up yet. There, I'm sure that'll develop. But
yeah.
yes, so little sister is a huge Kennedy Copeland fan. I have yet to meet a person who does not love Masha. So I expect this is going to be a very fun match.
Yeah, and yeah, this being for Pro Wrestling Dream, which is interesting. And so this is them.
Wait,
They
hold on. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I think I might have just gotten yelled at inadvertently. Hold that thought.
why is that?
Because I think that oh well I can't get into it right now. Okay. Well, anyway, moving on.
Okay, so this is so because this is part of it. So this is the quote A block for them. So you've got Kennedy and Masha, and then Jordan Blade and Delmi XO. Who I've gotten to see all four of them at least once. They
I
are
have
all incredible. And then in the B block side, you have Lindsay Snow, Hyen, Kelsey Regan, and LaBrava Escobar. I've only seen Kelsey. I haven't seen the other three.
I've seen
Um,
Hyen. I saw her wrestle Becca in Maine. I've not seen the other three, so I do not
yeah.
know who they are.
Yeah, so it says here TNA Chocolate Festival. So I think these four, well, I think two of them will face each other and the other two will face each other there for like the first sets of matches. I would imagine maybe Jordan and Delmy gets announced for Wrestling Open as well, but I don't know. Just because if you're gonna
I
do one match for the bracket, if you're gonna do one match for that, you're probably gonna do the other. Veronica. So we'll see on that. Um but yeah, no, just a lot of great wrestling coming up. I'm excited for both shows. Like I said, if I still have some semblance of a voice after Thursday and Saturday, I'm gonna be beyond shocked. Mind you, I had to get through work on Friday and Saturday, so yay me.
Yeah, I work on Saturday, and then I also have to work on Monday. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. Yes, because we get Alec versus Jordan part, what is this, 5 now?
5.
For over on Uncharted Territory. And speaking of which, from there, again, it's just insane the amount of wrestling that's coming up. And I am super excited for Restival. I really am. Like, we might as well just talk about that real quick. And yes, we will end up doing a preview stream. Um, Actually, there's something related to that I'm gonna ask you about afterward, but we're gonna do some form of a preview stream. Probably gonna end up covering both Beyond and Blitzkrieg because they're on the same day. I don't know if we'll cover Rad Pro. We might, but there's just so much that between both of those shows, alone, Blitzkrieg and Beyond are gonna be fucking incredible. But for Blitzkrieg, this this is just drink hot tea with like I don't drink hot tea. I'm sorry, but this right here, this right here, this right here. That's my Twitter handle right there. This man again, top 5, dead or alive. I'm sponsoring Sammy Diaz against Kevin Blackwood at Blitzkrieg, and I've been saying this since this got announced. I've been saying this multiple times already. Sammy's gonna beat Kevin, and whoever wins the vacated wrestling, or sorry, not wrestling open, Blitzkrieg Bedlam title because Andy Brown had to vacate it due to injury. Whoever wins the vacated title at in the ladder hell match, Sammy's coming after you. He's gonna get his. He is going to be champion. And when Andy comes back, you want to know what I want? I want Sammy and Andy to run back the main event of the second Brattleboro Blitzkrieg show with Sammy as champion. That's what I want. Andy,
You heard it, Blitzkrieg. Book it.
I think they will. And Blitzkrieg again. I have said that I will tell this story to the day I die. met Kirby Wackerman at work, found out about Blitzkrieg Pro, went to their Broad Bro debut show, had fun. I've been going to independent wrestling shows ever since. It's because of that I ended up going to Fight Life, which was on a whim, which was how I met you, and everything has just developed from there. And if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be doing this right now. Be I wouldn't be as much of a follower of independent wrestling as I am. So this is to close out the year with wrestling, to close out the year with you, to close out the year doing this. It's gonna be it's insane, and I
I
cannot
have
wait.
one of these lovely Blitzkrieg sponsored graphics as well. Mine is from the Luau.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine is from the Luau. Unfortunately, where I sponsored my boys who ended up wrestling your boy in the Miracle Gen, and they never left at the end of it. But that's okay. I have enough love for everyone. Well, almost everyone. But yes, I have one of those too. This is my fourth Restival. Hold on, wait a minute. Because I didn't go to Restival the first year that it was. So no, this is my third Restival. I
Right.
didn't go. I watched everything the first year, but I didn't go. And then last year I was there. There was 9 shows, and I was present for 7. This year there's 11 shows. I don't know how many I'm going to be present for right now. If you're looking for me, trust me, I promise you can find me. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the infamous DJB. The handle is the same. You want to find
Found
me?
it.
If you
Found
want
it.
to, yeah, yep, there it is.
Yeah, because Sammy had to replace Kylon because Kylon was injured at the time. So yeah.
Yep, yep. So there it is. I actually have a blown up poster of it in my so, in case anybody wanted to know, they weren't always split up the way they are now. But yes, if you're looking for me and you're trying to find me, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Handle is the same. You can catch me if you are on the East Coast. You can find me Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. This will be a
I
topic.
agree with Veronica.
This will be a topic for another stream, but I will be in Philadelphia in April for the Collective, which is part of GCW. So
Yeah, that's WrestleMania weekend. That's gonna be wild.
yep.
Yeah, like I said, we'll be doing more streams together. We're gonna do something about previewing both, the I don't know if we'll preview every show of Festival.
Yeah,
I don't know how
that's
that's gonna probably not. Probably not, especially considering the fact of that, I gotta work in the morning. We'd have to do it in the morning because the shows are at 12, 4, and 8.
yeah.
So we'll probably, but because I got the day off for the last day, which is what I'm doing. I'm also doing Wrestling Open on Thursday, but we'll end up doing something that morning. Because it would just depend on when Alec would have to be there and when we'd have to go. Because we're all gonna be together. So, but
Yeah.
I cannot wait. I cannot
So
fucking wait for Festival.
Restival is an experience. I will say that. Restival is an experience. I will also say this as well because our stream was a GCW stream. New Year's at the Showboat, I've heard, is also a fantastic experience. I actually was there last year on New Year's Day for that part of the weekend. So if you can't be at Restival, but you want to check out some awesome wrestling, Showboat Hotel, Atlantic City, New Jersey. GCW is running on the 30th and the 31st. I will probably share things about it on my Twitter. So if you want to check it out, that's where you'll find it.
Yep.
Oh, I almost an entire bottle of water. Hydration is important.
Yes, very. Yeah. So Beyond Wrestling specifically is they only have a handful of matches announced for it. So you have Warhorse versus Marcus Mathers, which I referenced earlier, where winner gets an IWTV title shot. If Warhorse loses, he retires. I'm sorry, Marcus Mathers. I love you, man, but please, Warhorse, please win. We don't want to see you retire. We're not ready for that yet.
My favorite about Heavy Lies the Crown is Beyond's big New Year's show. They don't announce everything, which is what makes it so good of a show. There are certain things, couple matches that get announced, like I know the no rope barbed wire.
No rope barbed wire. Yeah, so they've announced some of the people that are going to be there. So you have Price, Cruel, Mikowski, Tremont, and then I have to scroll through everything here because they obviously also tweet stuff for Wrestling Open as well. You have Janai, Rourke, Janai, Rourke, and Zeta, which I'm excited about.
So I know the major thing they're going to hype up is the no rope barbed wire, which I'm pretty sure that's going to be the first match of 2024. Going back to Heavy Lies the Crown last year, the match that was super hyped up was the Fans Bring the Weapons match, which is probably, I'll say one of my favorite matches of 2023. I have a list.
By the way, can I just say this poster goes so fucking hard?
Yes, I love it. But yeah, so they usually they pick one match to hype up. Last year was Fans Bring the Weapons match, and I never really talked about that match. But I'll take, just because we're talking about Heavy Lies the Crown, so I'll leave one little thing about it.
Yeah.
That was the perfect culmination of that story. So I know you don't know about it without divulging into the whole entire story because it's a long ass story.
Go ahead. I love lore, so.
So, Fans Bring the Weapons last year at Heavy Lies the Crown was Alec versus Becca. It was the culmination of their entire storyline. They were a tag team together, the Price City Hooligans. And then Becca went to Germany. I think it was Germany. I don't remember. She went to Germany. I know she got injured. I know some things happened. And then she came back and everybody loved Alec instead of hating him. Because fun fact, if you didn't know this, Alec used to be a mega heel in Worcester.
Right.
So that particular match was the culmination of their whole story. And it was literally the perfect ending to their story. Is one of my favorite matches so far of 2023. I made a thumbtacked hockey stick and put glitter on it because Becca was like, "Ooh, bring me something that sparkles."
That's hilarious.
So,
but yeah,
I hand tacked the hockey stick. I didn't buy it that way. I bought the tacks and then I sat and I hand tacked the hockey stick. But so I know that the no rope barbed wire is going to be the match that gets hyped up, and it should be.
Yes, this was announced. So when I talked earlier about them having to switch things up for America Rana, one of the things that happened was they ended up doing because they ended up switching some opponents around because of Lufisto, Gresham, and Masha not being there. So they made a 6-man tag where you had Atticus Kogar and his members of 440H again or 0H. It's either O or 0.
It's
either way.
440. 440.
Yeah, and then against
440. If you were to say
oh, okay, yep. Okay, that makes sense. So you had him. It was him, Eric Ryan, and Bobby Beverly. I know because I have a pic. I got a picture with the three of them, and one of them has their hands around my neck, and it's fucking hilarious. I love it. Against Ricky Shane Page, Akira, and Delirious, who Delirious was supposed to face Ichiban that night. Ichiban ended up facing Ortiz, formerly of Pride and Powerful with Santana. So yeah, but after that match, and then as Veronica says, teacher versus student, yes. After that match, I think it was Atticus called out RSP for this match, and when he said what the stipulation was, I turned to my buddy Dave, and I'm like, "The fuck? What?" So I haven't like if this is along any sort of lines of death match, yeah, I'm gonna be in for a hell of a time because I've yet to see I've yet to see an actual death match in person yet. I've seen some death match stuff on my socials and stuff. I have not seen an actual death match in person, so I don't know if this is gonna be anything like that. I know it's gonna be bloody as hell.
So
This is gonna be a spectacle
I
to
will say
watch.
this, because there are Massachusetts laws that have to be followed.
Fair point. Fair point.
It will be a close resemblance to a death match.
Oh fuck yes, let's go. Let's go.
It'll be a very close resemblance. But that's
Oh,
something
let's
that
go.
we'll talk about on another stream at another time.
Yes, very much so. Yes, I had to bring that up because we were bringing up all this other stuff. So, all right. Oh, Atticus is still mad that RSP turned on and retired from Deathmatch. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so there's some lore. Thank you for that. There's some lore. Um, yeah, and they're already promoting like 440H, like what 440H 440. Jesus Christ. Either blue for I think for RSP's side, yellow for Atticus's side, or you get both colors if you're down the middle. Me, I'm just here to watch two men beat the shit out of each other. All right, leave me alone.
You'll be tied by the end of the match. Trust and
Oh yeah,
believe that will happen.
I'm pretty sure. But I mean, between Blitzkrieg and Beyond, I'm gonna probably have little to no voice left. But when they do that match, I'm gonna be so fucking beside myself. It's insane. Um,
So
always,
I always
always
preface
good on yellow.
I always preface this when you're picking a side. Um, you will go into a match not picking a side. You will go into a feud not picking your side, and by the end, you will pick a side. And if you don't believe me, there will be another stream in the future where we will talk about what side I am on in which war.
I have a feeling I know what that's referring to, but we will see
Oh,
about
you
that.
do. You absolutely do.
Yes. Yeah, so I again, like I said, there's just so much, and Desiree gets to see more than I do because she gets to travel more than I do. There's just so much incredible independent wrestling out there. It is legit insane the amount of shit that's going on, and I'm so fucking excited for everything. I really
It's
am.
it's a wonderful time to be a wrestling
Yeah,
fan.
yeah,
It's a wonderful time. It's not just a wonderful time to be a wrestling fan. It's a wonderful time to be an independent wrestling fan
yep.
because you get to see so many different things, and things that you never would have imagined come to fruition, and things that you always wished would happen. And I'll say this: I have now gotten to see my two favorite wrestlers of all time. Hold on, I am gonna do this because I can.
Okay.
I have now gotten to see my two favorite wrestlers of all time wrestle 4 times.
Soon to be 5.
And when I say I literally mean my all-time favorite. If somebody told me that I could only watch one wrestling match for the rest of my life, the match that I would pick would be Alec Price versus Jordan Oliver at Prestige Hybrid Moments from this past March. If somebody said to me tomorrow, Desiree, the only wrestling match that you can watch for the rest of your life you have to pick just one, that's the one I would pick.
Yeah. Like you said,
Because it is that damn good.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. And like I said, it's incredible. I mean, when I saw Dustin at the last Fight Life show of the year, and I saw this on his table, I had to get this because, as you can see,
I
that
love
shit.
it.
I have to hold it a certain way. Hold on. This was from the opening match of the night, Miracle Jen versus Fresh Air. Fresh Air will be at Wrestable at Beyond Wrestling, facing above the rest, Tristan Thai and Gabriel Sky. Rhyming last names. Good job. Yeah, that should be a thing in more tag teams. So this was the opening match for the IWTV Tag Team titles. It was cold. Not as cold as it was today, but it was cold. It was like in the 40s that night. That ring was hard as hell to slap. Dead serious.
It was cold.
Yes. So that okay, I have to hold this a certain way. Jesus Christ. Hold on. So that's me, and to my left in the green sweatshirt is my buddy Dave. So I have a picture, and the stupid part is I had to cut. You can barely tell. I had to cut off part of the top a certain way just to get it to fit. So it's like the top's not all fucking like lined up right. I had to do the same thing when I got the poster for. It's not up here. It's over there. When I got my poster from NXT Battleground earlier this year. Yes, Veronica, Desiree was there. They were selling Wrestling Open merch in the corner. Actually, by that she would have been somewhere over here. She would have been somewhere back here. Shit. Hold on. Yeah, she would have been somewhere back here.
I have to do the same thing with my Miracle Jen picture. I actually had to like make it fit. So
yeah, that's fair. I mean, I've had 3 of them custom done. Like the first one I bought from Dustin, I had that one done, and then the Soil Wreck one I got at America Rana, and the Reno one I got at Fight Life. But this one is special for me because again, that's me. And if my hands were any closer together, it would look like I was giving the diamond cutter signal from DDP, Feel the Bang. But this one's special to me because I'm in this picture, and this one, no matter where I go, wherever I live, that one will always be on my wall. That one has to be on my wall. But yeah, no, it's just if you have not this is the best time. Like if you have not been to an independent wrestling show and you want to go, fucking go. Please go.
yeah,
You should. There's so much and there's so many people and it's crazy. The wrestling world is wild. I mean, fucking CM Punk just returned to WWE. Hell has literally frozen over.
I'm not going to speak on that.
I know. I'm just saying. It's just. Oh, so Veronica's had to do the same thing. She had to trim her 440 picture to get it to fit. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
I've only got a couple like that. I have a It's not up here. It's downstairs. I have a custom picture from Nick's birthday bash that we're all in together. That I had. Yeah. We're holding my big giant East West Express banner.
Yeah, there's some shenanigans there with that name, but we won't talk about that right now.
No.
So, just with everything again, whether it's Wrestling Open on Thursday, GCW this weekend, Restival at the end of the year. I mean, Restival is a full 4-day thing. Holy fuck! Just with everything, get your ass to an independent wrestling show because again, if it wasn't for Kirby and Blitzkrieg Pro, Veronica says my goal is to get an autographed Alec Price picture whenever I get to go to a show. Veronica, all you have to do is ask. Desiree's right there.
We'll pick someone you want. We can send it to you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can because you live with him, but not really.
No, we deliver packages. Male packaging.
Well, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, he rooms with you every now and again, but you know. Anyway, the point is, all things considered, as we sort of close out our rambling, um, just get to a show wherever you can. Just go. It doesn't matter, big or small, whatever. Just do it.
I mean, it's everywhere. Northeast, West Coast, Midwest, the South. I
Yeah.
could list promotions off. I mean, off the top of my head. If you want something on the West Coast, you got West Coast Pro. You want something in the Midwest, you got Revolver. Something in the South, I know you've got Southern Underground Pro and you've got New South. I hear a lot of good things about New South. Hopefully, I'll get there in 2024. I don't know. You've got so much wrestling in the Northeast because Northeast wrestling is the best wrestling. But I mean, there's at least 20 promotions over here in the Northeast. There's probably more. Like, if I took the time to write them all down, there's probably more. But there's so much good wrestling everywhere that you go. Also on the West Coast, there's Defy, which is in Washington, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Washington, Oregon, something like that.
Someone can fact check me on it. But I know it's over there. And you know, it's literally.
Yeah, Seattle, Washington. They're based out of Seattle.
So yeah, so it's literally, it's everywhere. I mean, you're not gonna find like, I mean, you're never going to be in a place where there's not independent wrestling. I mean, you might be in a state like that doesn't have a big, huge scene, but chances are,
New Hampshire, because of fucking commissions. Fuck off.
Yeah. But okay, yes, New Hampshire commission, but what's near New Hampshire? Vermont, Maine, and then if you go down.
I mean, there's Mass, Connecticut, Rhode Island,
I'm
Vermont.
I'm bad with geography, so you gotta help me out.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Vermont, I've only seen a little bit of stuff from there. New Hampshire has stuff. Maybe I just don't follow enough people to then know where people are going to be in New Hampshire. But you know, I mean, there's that. It's just about finding people, following promotions, and just seeing where the fuck you can go. And you know, and I mean, hell.
If you live somewhere that doesn't have a prominent scene, there's chances are that your neighboring state has a very prominent scene.
Yeah. Veronica, you say not too many in the Midwest. I kind of, I'm gonna have to argue with you on that one because I think the Midwest. I know it's a lot of flat spaces, but there's still a lot of wrestling out there.
They have a lot of schools.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
The promotion that comes to mind for me in the Midwest is Revolver. I know that they have like 4 or 5 schools out there, but I don't know of any. What the hell is hold on.
That was what?
There was something floating in front of my lens and it was bothering me. I don't know of too many actual promotions.
Yeah.
And
she said she meant Indiana specifically where she's from. So.
Black Label Pro.
Bingo.
That's the only one that I know of.
That
runs.
Damn. Yeah. And that's the thing is there's promotions that are. Hi, DJ. I mean, and that's the thing. There's promotions that are based in a specific state, and then there are ones that, like GCW, that go everywhere.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, it's like if you don't have one that's solely based somewhere near where you are, damn it, I can't English. Then there's gonna be one that's gonna come around eventually.
Yeah,
so.
you'll always have a somewhere, but yeah, I know Black Label Pro runs in Indiana. There's another one that I know runs in Indiana that I can't think of off the top of my head right now. But that's, I mean, we could do a whole stream where we just list promotions.
Yeah, we'll do that eventually. I mean, that's what the internet's for, right?
Yes,
but yeah, so we've gone through everything GCW. We've talked Wrestling Open 100. We've talked Wrestling Open, our Blitzkrieg Pro, and Beyond Wrestling for New Year's. just so yeah, that's basically what it's gonna be for me. It's Wrestling Open, GCW, and then I've got nothing until Restival, which means in between that is dealing with Christmas, which is a big reason why I'm going to Open 100 is so I can see Ichiban again, so I can get one of his masks to send to my older sister Brianna as a gift to her daughter, because I didn't get to get one from Fight Life, so I got to get that done. Um, there's a bunch of others. And then again, like I said, GCW is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. I can't wait. Wrestival is going to be nuts. I know whoever runs Wrestling Open's Twitter and tweeted out they were asked they at some point tweeted out looking for Steel Cage, and I'm thinking to myself, Wrestival? And then
Steel Cage Warfare.
yeah.
Warfare.
Yeah, I know they tweeted out Steel Cage Warfare at some point, so I'm like, oh.
So Steel Cage Warfare did happen at Wrestling Open last year. That was part of
Yeah, yeah,
so,
that I've seen. Like they have that as they literally have that as their pinned tweet.
Yes, that it will be part of Wrestling Open this year. That's what I'm gonna hedge my. Which I love that match. I love the Steel Cage Warfare match. It was one of those things where it was also a culmination.
Yeah.
And it was so that was a very, very fun match.
Yeah.
So that'll be a thing that we can.
They tweeted it out on September 9th.
Favorite matches of 2023. That'll be a different stream.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And looking at the video again, it's their pinned tweet. Looking at the video, it's insane how fucking how the crowd is, just how many people are in there. Like, golly, holy shit. But yeah, you've got Ichiban, Miracle Jen, and Bobby against Brad Hollister. I think that's Pedro Dons is in there. I'm looking at, like, I'm literally watching. I'm not going to show it on stream because I'm not going to get copyrighted by them. But I'm looking at it because I'm seeing who else is there's like two people on Brad's side that I don't recognize or that I can't quite tell who it is. Huh?
I'd have to see it to be able to tell you.
Yeah. Like I said, it's Wrestling Open's pin tweet. I think the other two might be main event because Ringleader Midas is under this tweet saying this was a special, man. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. I mean, yeah, it might be. It might be them because it looks like yeah. The Last Stand was what that was called. So, yeah. Anyway, either way, just okay. Yep. So Veronica said it was main event. So it was main event.
Wait, yep. Probably think
yeah. So it was main event. Brad and Pedro against Miracle Jen, Bobby, and Ichiban. There we go. Yeah. So and then again, I can't wait for Thursday. I can't wait for Saturday. I can't wait for the end of this year. I'm just so excited. I really am. So with with all that being said, we have had so much to talk about. Honestly, like if we just kept this strictly to GCW, we would have ended over 40 minutes ago, probably. But I'm glad we've continued because it allows us to cover more and while also trying to keep the GCW stuff first. So you get bonus coverage. And I hope you enjoy that.
I love bonus content.
Absolutely. So thank you all for watching. Desiree, thank you for coming on. This won't be the last time. Again, this will not be the last time you see the two of us stream together. We're gonna figure something out to preview Beyond and Blitzkrieg for Restival. May or may not preview Rad Pro as well. We'll see. They have a show coming up, and I think after that, that's when we'll end up announcing the stuff for that. And then just beyond that, yeah. And then we'll end up doing like some form of end of year stream just like before the end of the year, just talking about favorite matches, favorite moments. You're gonna have a lot more to talk about than I will, but I'm still gonna have a good amount to talk about.
Well, I mean, I've been to
Um,
over 100 shows so far this year, so I mean, yeah,
well,
I got
yeah, I know, and there's nothing to be ashamed about for that. So, again, so thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed.
always. I
Yeah,
loved that many shows this year.
yeah. So we will catch you guys all again next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on future videos and streams. You know where to find us. We'll catch you all next time. Peace.
Bye.
All right.